My name is Jade Bolden and welcome to our 4th class of our 5-class series for new members of doTERRA. So this class is called Health and Hormones to support men and women of all ages. Okay, so we are looking at our two-page handout here. If you don't have this handout, please go to jadebolden.com/hormones, okay, and download and print that out. Okie dokie. So our first handout, the first thing we want to talk about is number 1, hormone imbalance concern. Just remember that your body knows how to heal and it knows how to balance, and that you have control over your health. So if you feel like you don't have control, your body's broken, then it's really difficult for us to get right in there and help you heal. Okay, the second thing is just every cell in your body, there's receptors. Okay, there's some feelers on the outside that is looking for information. It's constantly scanning and it's looking to communicate and to trigger signals. Okay, so your cells are balancing constantly. So I have friends that feel like, I'm always depressed, Jade, and I think, well, maybe because your cells, have the receptors are clogged and blocked, and it just needs to be cleared so that it can scan and then produce the happy healing chemicals again. Okay, so that's basically what it is that we're talking about. Okay, and we have in our society a lot of symptoms that is actually a sign of hormone imbalance. That's basically it. So issues like irritability, weight gain, lower libido, allergies, UTI, skin wrinkling, anxiety, water retention, hot flashes, headaches, bone loss and aches, hair loss, facial hair, depression, poor sleeping patterns, vaginal dryness and infections, and then breast cell overproduction. Those are the signs of hormone imbalance. And sometimes we look at the symptoms and we think, oh, that's a problem, but the root of it is hormone imbalance. Okay, so we have something called xenoestrogens in our society, and the xenoestrogen actually mimics healthy normal estrogens in our body, and it causes our body to send unintended signals to our cells and produce unintended responses. So I'll give you an example here. This is a cartoon of a cell, and the cell has receptors, the receivers, the little feelers on the outside that's looking for information. So if it gets the right kind of information or the chemicals, it will trigger a response, an intended signal. Zip, zap, 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 produce more serotonin, produce more norepinephrine, dopamine, whatever it is, okay? But sometimes, we have the xenoestrogens that mimic our estrogens, and that gets into our cells, and then our cells send signals that are unintended. Okay, so like girls that are 9 years old and they start budding and getting breast tissues and then having their periods too soon. That's not normal. Or men having man boobs and other problems. Okay, so that's a problem. So we want to be able to clean our cells up. That's why we do the class, the cleanse and restore class, right? That's what we talked about, cleansing our cells. But the other thing too is that we need to eliminate the xenoestrogens in our diet and in our environment. So the next thing we're going to talk about is xenoestrogens. Where are they found? Okay, so xenoestrogens are found in canned foods, in farmed fish, because they eat corn and other grains that have a lot of xenoestrogens, because xenoestrogen helps the corn grow plump and big and fast. Okay, tap water will have a lot of xenoestrogens too. Our plastics and other factory farmed animals. Soy in our foods will have a lot of xenoestrogens. Pollution, perfumes and colognes, pesticides, medication, even the plastics that the medications are in are xenoestrogenic sometimes. And then of course we have beauty products. So they're big culprits of where we find xenoestrogens. Okay, so it's all over in our environment. Okay, so what does it do if we have a lot of xenoestrogens? It can pretty much help causes a lot of overproduction of breast tissues that lead to breast cancer, prostate cancer, endometriosis, thyroid disease and cancers, bone loss, premature menopause and premature menstruation, like the young girls, and uncomfortable menopause symptoms, and overproduction of breast tissues in men and women, like I said earlier, and infertility. Okay, so those are big problems. Okay, so what we can do is to offset the xenoestrogen with like the natural plant hormones that's found in the phytoestrogen lifetime complex. Basically, this is just natural plant material that's in a herbal form, that's non-GMO, soy, flax and pomegranate extracts. So basically it helps with hormone balancing. It supports your healthy hormone levels, because your body knows how to balance and how to regulate. You just need to give it the right tools. Okay, that's why when our cells are clean, our cells can take the tools it needs to balance. Okay. So it helps us through our menstrual cycles, helps diminishes us, normal symptoms such of menopause, such as hot flashes and night sweats. Amazing for that. And you just take 1 to 2 in the morning. Okay, and it helps with the bones, heart and breast tissues, and it's a powerful formula for antioxidant support too. Okay, so that is one thing we do. We have another thing we have. So that's your phytoestrogen here. The other thing we have is the Claricalm. The Claricalm is a oil blend. So you can see there on the screen, it's got lots of flower oils. And basically it helps with balancing your hormones. It's a liquid form of that hormone balancing, I think, substance in nature. So what you want to do is, it's in a roller bottle, so you want to apply it on your inside of your arms and on your lower abs, near the ovaries, and to help balance your hormones. Okay, or you can diffuse it, put it in a necklace diffuser or something and smell it. When your brain smells it, it helps it produce the chemicals it needs to balance your hormones. Okay. So, just so you're aware, we have, our hormones go up and down. It's not a straight line, it goes up and down. It's supposed to be in that cycle. But when we get to almost the menopausal state, the perimenopause, sometimes because of the xenoestrogens, our hormones just fluctuate and it's so uncomfortable. We get all sorts of uncomfortable symptoms, and that's when people go to their doctor and then they get hormone replacement therapy. And basically what that is pure xenoestrogens. And sometimes what we want to do is encourage our body to fluctuate properly and normally, and then it tapers off as it should. Okay, so I've helped my mum with this too. So she said, her periods were sporadic and everything. And then when I helped her get on this rhythm of taking the phytoestrogen and the Claricalm, it kind of, brought her back to balance, and her periods came back normally, and it just slowly got lighter and lighter, and it tapered off, and then she didn't experience a lot of that, the symptoms of, too much xenoestrogens in our system, and that makes you so uncomfortable. Okay, so that is the benefit of using the phytoestrogen and the Claricalm, excuse me. Okay, Claricalm does have clarisage. The other thing too, when our hormones are when we have a very high level of estrogen, over time, it stops our body from absorbing the nutrients for our bones. okay? And so after a while, our bones suffer, and then that increases the risk of osteoporosis, and it reduces the bone density in our body. It's really interesting because some of the countries that have more calcium and stuff, they have less bone density. So it's like our body is not able to absorb it because our estrogen level is so high. When your estrogen level is high, you're in a fat storing mode, okay? But when your body's not absorbing the nutrients for the bones, it actually takes the calcium from your bones to feed the brains, okay? So what we want to do is balance that, okay? We want the progesterone to be high some days and the estrogen level to be low, and it just fluctuates that way. So the progesterone is direct inverse of the estrogen, okay? So when progesterone is high, your body is in a fat burning mode, and it's also in a bone nourishing mode, okay? So that's why some people, when they take lots of bone nutrients, their body's not absorbing because their estrogen level is way too high, okay? So what we have here in doTERRA is this beautiful bone nutrient. It's a lifetime complex. It's food-based, it's bioavailable, so it's not ground up rocks, okay? It's not ground up calcium. It's calcium from food. So it's 1,000 milligrams of calcium, and then it's got magnesium and vitamin D 2 and 3. So this is a way for us to nourish our bones again, okay, to help our bones be fed, okay. So, you know, it all works together. So that's what we put it together, and we call it the Women's Health Kit. So doTERRA provides the Women's Health Kit in one package. And you know, it says women on there, but men can use it too. If the men have a lot of weight problems, if they have man boobs, if they have like these love handles, the hips and the thighs, you can actually use that too, guys. All right, so it's not just exclusive for women, because we eat the same diet, and you know, if your body uses it, it will balance what it needs and what it doesn't need. Okay, so my husband, when he did the detoxing and cleanse, afterwards he used this too to help him with the weight, and it's been fantastic. Okay, so that is the Women's Health Kit, and it helps our body balance the hormones, okay. Another oil that helps with hormone balancing is the Whisper. It's a blend of those floral oils that you can see on the screen. So you can rub it on your wrist, on your pulse points, and diffuse it, put it in the back of your ears, and use it as a perfume. But that oil is another oil that helps balance hormones. And everyone will be different. When you wear that Whisper, it will smell differently on each person. So that's another oil that you can use, okay? Okay, so we talked about all that. The next thing, so we talked about the phytoestrogen, the Claricalm, the bone nutrient. All right, the next thing we want to talk about, and we've talked about this before, is getting good sleep. So balance oil is the oil that I encourage people to use if they have monkey brains, if their brain is just chattering along and it's not switching off. So rub it across your forehead and the back of your neck, on your ears, your big toes. All right, and that helps do that morning and night, okay, and it helps you focus. Then you have your lavender, which is a very popular oil that people use to help calm down and sleep. Okay, vetiver is an oil that helps unwind the brain. Okay, put it on your big toes, put it in the diffuser, smell it, and it kind of unwinds you, okay? It helps with brain activity. The next oil is the juniper berry. Juniper berry helps put your organs to sleep, okay, or calms your organs down and puts it to bed. So what you want to do is rub a little bit of juniper berry on your tummy before bed, or take it internally, so under your tongue a couple of drops, and that should help you know, settle those organs, because your organs have this body clock and it functions you know, in a system, and if your organs are unhappy because it's not well, you will have sleeping problems, okay, especially when you're on a lot of medications. Your organs are filled with junk and it's not going to be happy. All right, So the other thing is we have Serenity. It comes in two forms. It's a soft gel and it's an oil blend. Put that in a diffuser, smell it with a soft gel, take it internally. Okay, that should help with sleep. And remember, when we sleep, our body can help balance the hormones again. Okay, help cleanse and help our brain re-establish all the levels, the healthy levels. So that is sleep. And remember, you want to do the detoxing and cleanse and nourish the cells. When our cells are healthy, we reduce the risk of having a lot of nutritional deficiency symptoms. Okay, so like most people are unaware, but sometimes our problems are just because we're nutritionally deficient. And once you feed your cells properly, your cells function optimally, and it helps your body produce the happy, healthy hormones. Okay, so that's very important. Of course, you don't cleanse your cells for your cells to be able to absorb the nutrients again. So those are the healthy things that we do, the routine, getting good sleep, nourishing the body. And then you can actually cleanse your body daily with the citrus oils. If you have tangerine, lime, wild orange, lemon, grapefruit, okay, those are great oils. They help break down petrochemicals in our system. All right, so it's very important that you understand you can drink that daily and just keep things nice and clean. Okay, if you don't understand the Cleanse and Restore yet, go ahead and watch our Cleanse and Restore video, and it'll help you learn how to cleanse your cells and do it on a regular basis. Alrighty, so that's that. The second handout is more to do with the mood and the emotions. Alright, so let's zoom in here. So just remember that when we have in a hormonal imbalance, it causes a lot of emotional instability. So we can actually come at that direction in that way and help balance our hormones by helping in our moods. Okay, so that when we are happier, we produce happy hormones and happy chemicals. So, there's lots of things we can do. We eat healthier, we balance our hormones, we reduce the xenoestrogens, and now we can manage our emotions. Okay, so our mood and emotion, is very tied to our physical body. So in your nose, you have these 10,000 receptors that can receive these odor molecules from the essential oils and other things, and it helps, with our physical body. So I want to show you this, interplay. So our moods are a complex interplay of emotional and physical components. Okay, so if you cross those, you'll see that there's like a bit of a matrix here. So sometimes if we're not centered, we can be on certain extremes. So physically, you can be fatigued, super fatigued, or super stressed. Emotionally, you can have no peace and then no passion. So when that's the case, okay, have a look at this. So in zone 1, if you experience, fatigue and no peace, you might feel angry and impatient. And guess what? Your physical body will manifest it with maybe a stomach ache or a headache. Okay. So in zone 2, you might be fatigued and no passion, and your physical body will feel unmotivated and discouraged, and it will show by having brain fog or chest tightness. If you're looking at zone 3, you have no passion and you're so stressed, and then you feel hopeless and withdrawn. And so those emotions might lead to chest tightness and lower back pain. All right, in zone number 4, you have no peace and you feel stressed, and you might have more tension and worried, and you feel that in your neck, and you might have digestive problems. Okay, so you can see how it is so related. So it's amazing that we can have oils that can meet those needs. So we have oils like the Serenity, that it's got lavender in it, the and it will help with calming and composing. And then the second quadrant there, the second box there, is the citrus bliss. And citrus bliss is an oil that you can diffuse like the Serenity, and it helps with invigorating and stimulating. It's a whole bunch of citrus oils. Okay, in the third quadrant we have elevation, and elevation helps with inspiring and encouraging. And then we have the balance oil in the fourth quadrant, and it's reassuring and it's grounding. So if you feel like, you know, I'm in the third quadrant, or I'm in the fourth quadrant, you have an oil to help you with those moods now. Isn't that great? Okay, and the names will help you too. But the wonderful thing is we help people be more self-aware, and if they're self-aware, they know what they're really feeling. You can do the smell test too and see which one your nose wants to smell. Okay, that's another way of identifying which oils you might need. So doTERRA's come up with some new oils, their emotional aromatherapy oils. So you've got motivate, cheer, passion, forgive, console, and peace. And so you can use those oils too. It comes in this wheel, and you can look at the wheel and then see which oils that you need for what you're going through right now. Okay, so smell that, diffuse it, put it in your necklace diffuser, however you get it up your nose, and helping you feel happier. Okay, so that's the idea. So okay, check that and that. All right, and so we talked about the mood matrix. So, you know, get really good quality necklace diffuser so you can wear it, you know, as you go throughout the day, so you can always be smelling it and having that high vibration. The oils have high vibration, and you might as well enjoy that and benefit from that vibration. Helps you have a high vibration too. Okay? All right, so the next thing on our list here is the emotional oils, and we talked about that, and there's a list of benefits, so which one does what. So the motivate helps with feeling hopeful, cheer helps you feel uplifted, passion helps you feel inspired, forgive helps you feel light and free, console helps you feel comforted, and peace helps you feel content. Okay, and put that in your diffuser, keep it running, just get it up your nose into your brains and help you feel good. Like I said earlier, you want to get high vibrations. You want to just feel high and feel good. Okay, and that's what the oils can do for you. So our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions can manifest itself you know, physically. And if you you leave it unresolved, it will manifest physically. Sorry, I said that funny. So remember, our thoughts and feelings and emotions can manifest physically, okay, if it's not resolved. So you want to resolve it before it becomes a problem. So if you are stressed, for example, you know, you want to find oils to help you unwind before it becomes like a stomach ulcer or something like that. You know, that's what it means. Okay, so we have this high vibrational oil that we can use, and if you have the emotions book, you can look it up, look up the different emotions that you want to help your body with, and then you find the right oils for you. Okay, what I want to help people with is to understand that you know, everything has the root of your physical problem goes back down to the belief. So say, like I said earlier, you know, if you have an emotional problem, it will manifest itself physically. So like in the mood matrix, you can see that it, you know, things manifest physically. So just look at this tree here. So the results, the physical problems in your body, it is a clue. It's a clue because, you know, you acted in certain ways and that could cause that result. And so you have to go back to the emotional or the feeling root of it, and then underneath the feeling is thoughts, and you know, your thought process, and under that is your belief. So you know, your emotions give you an idea of how to change your beliefs. So sometimes people believe that they're not well, that they're broken, or they believe that they're lonely and nobody likes them, or they're not lovable, you know, and then they do things that manifest it. So if we can go down to the root of problems, then we can change it for good. All right, so that's what we encourage people to do. And that is the end of our 4th class with health and hormones. And I hope that it was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed that. And I look forward to seeing you in the next class, our very last class here for the 5-class series. We'll have more after that, but this is the main classes that we teach new members. The next class is called Reducing Toxins and Green Cleaning. Okay, how to have a toxin-free home. So if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you would like to share it, please share it with your friends or make comments below. Thank you for spending time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.